Welcome to Soul Connection Yoga. Today's class is a spinal twisty flowy class. So we're going to start lying on our backs. Have the soles of the feet on the mat, knees bent, and bring your back down flat. Position the head so there's a slight tuck of the chin. Close the eyes down and bring the palms over the belly. So the fingertips are just touching over the navel. Notice the belly rising and falling each time you breathe in and breathe out. Tongue is soft, jaw is soft. Cross the arms over the belly and bring the hands to the sides of the waist. Access the breath here in the sides of the waist. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling the waist opening into the palms and then drawing away from the palms. Release the hands from that position. Slide the hands in under the small of your back, palms face down, fingertips just touching underneath you. Relax the shoulders. As you breathe in and breathe out here, can you access the breath into the back body? Beginning now to notice how it feels to breathe 360 degrees into the belly, the side body, and the back. Good. Release the hands. Try and maintain that breath as you open the eyes and reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Focus on your inner armpits. I want you to rotate the armpits in towards each other and then out and away. Inner elbows follow, wrists follow, palms follow, keeping the shoulder blades squeezing into the floor. Now turn the armpits in towards each other, out and away from each other, and the arms, palms follow. So now the palms are facing you. Start rotating the opposite way. So we're coming through internal and external rotation here through the whole of the arm. Right from where the arm bone joins the shoulder socket, all the way through to the palms. Good. Maintaining a full, relaxed posture across the back body, so keeping the shoulder blades down on the mat. Good. Last time, internally rotating and externally rotating. Good. Really nice. Let the palms face each other. As you inhale, reach the fingertips up. Let the edges of the shoulder blades come off the floor. The head stays heavy. As you exhale, squeeze and broaden the shoulder blades back to the floor. And repeating, inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze and widen. One last time, inhale, reach up, reach and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, squeeze and widen. Good. You're going to bring your right arm out to the side so that your wrist is in line with your shoulder. The opposite arm reaching up towards the ceiling. You can feel that shoulder just lifting. Keep the pelvis flat to the floor. And draw that hand across the body, tapping the opposite arm. Inhale, raise it up. You want to keep your hips nicely grounded here. And exhale, tap. Last time. Good. Inhale, reach up. This time as you exhale and come across the body with that hand, you're going to let the head rise. shoulder rises, and you're going to reach beyond the bottom set of fingertips. Good, come all the way back down. Swap sides. Top arm comes down, opposite arm reaching up. Reach up, and then as you exhale, send that arm across the body, keeping the hips glued to the floor. Pelvis is heavy. Inhale, you raise it up. Good, working with your breath. This next exhale is our last. Good, as you inhale, reach up. This time, head lifts, shoulder lifts, reach beyond the opposite fingertips. Keep the pelvis glued down, and then exhale, gently rolling down onto the mat. Bring both hands either side of the hips, so you've got a nice little sort of V shape with the arms here. Pick up your knees and squeeze the lower thighs in towards the low belly. Good. Point the toes. I want you to maintain that contact between low belly and thighs. Hands stay light as you curl the knees towards your chin. As you exhale and lower, you keep contact between thighs and belly. So it's a really small movement. Inhale, curl it in, keep those hands super light. Exhale, that half release. Inhale, this time we're going to hold it in. It's a hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Yeah, give the legs a little shake if they need it. And then bring the thighs back in. That contact between thighs and lower belly. This time the arms are going to reach towards the toes, palms facing inwards. Curl the chin in towards the chest and roll your forehead towards your knees. Good. As you exhale, roll the back down, keep the chin tucked for as long as possible, and then release the head. We'll go again. Curling in, reach with the hands. Exhale, slowly, gently coming down. Third one's the hold. Curl in, tuck the chin to chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good, 3, 2, 1, and release. Cross the ankles, draw the knees in towards your belly. Take a breath. Okay, we're going to rock and roll all the way up to seated from here. Pause. And then rock all the way down, curling the chin in towards the chest. Go again. Try and keep the feet off of the floor, sit tall, lengthen through the spine, and then chin to chest, roll down. Good. Inhale, roll up. We're going to hold here, reach the arms out, reach one leg up, other leg up, holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs are trembling. Cross the legs. Come over into tabletop position. Spread the fingers and thumbs really wide here. Big stable base. Knees hip distance apart. Plant the feet down firmly. Starting with the base of the spine, the tailbone lifted up. Sink the belly towards the floor. Soften the space between the scapulars. Ribs lift, collarbones lift, gaze lifts. And then start from the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Can you access the lumbar spine as you roll up? Space between the shoulder blades, rhomboids, pressing up. Strongly tuck chin to chest and push through heel of hands. Inhale, repeat. Exhale, repeat. This time as you inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the ribs, lift the gaze, tuck the toes under. We're going to come into a very bent kneed downward facing dog. So lower belly and thighs almost touching. You can walk the hands forward slightly if you need to. And we're going to roll forwards into plank, seeing if we can articulate that roll right from the tailbone as we roll forwards. Lower the knees, lift the tailbone, lift the ribs, push back into that little bent knee, downward facing dog. Exhale, roll forwards to plank. Lower the knees, lift the tailbone, lift the ribs, lift the gaze, downward facing dog. Good. Last time, exhale, roll forwards into your plank. Drop the knees. Good. Lift the tailbone, lift the ribs, lift the gaze. Exhale, that downward facing dog. Walk the feet towards the hands. Hands back towards the feet. And take a resting breath here. So I'd like you to heavily bend your right knee. So as you bend this right knee, left thigh bone lengthens up. So imagine you've got wrinkles in the back of the skin here and you're trying to lift up and lengthen those wrinkles. Sweep left hand behind you, back of the hand into the low back, and then lift the ribs up, looking up over that top shoulder. Breathing here. As you exhale, release the arm. We're going to come to the other side. Left knee heavily bending, right leg lifted up. Lengthen that hip up. Right hand comes to the low back. Lift the elbow, lift the shoulder, and let the ribs follow. Keep working into that bend, left knee, right leg lengthening. Exhale, release the hands down. And sink your tailbone lower and roll up, looking to stack the vertebrae. So really driving the tailbone under as you slowly roll up, feeling the glutes engage to lift you, quadriceps lifting and engaging, and the head untucks. Good. Taking it all the way back down, so chin to chest, shoulders curling forwards. Try to articulate through the spine in the same way that you did in your 4-point position earlier. Taking your time, coming all the way back down. And then inhale, rise up. Tailbone tucking under for as long as possible. Working through the legs, rectus abdominis, central abdominal muscle. Good, stacking the head, the shoulders. And we'll take a stroll up to the top of the mat. Find your mountain pose. Inhale, raise the arms. Lift up from the sides of the waist. Exhale, fold forwards, long body. Lift the backs of the thighs. As you inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to your plank. Nice long stride. Protract the shoulder blades. Lift the back of the head. Draw yourself to the floor. Inhale, cobra, light hands, strong feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out, push the floor away with your first finger and thumb. As you inhale, look forwards, walk, step or jump to the top of the mat for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We're going to roll up to stand, tailbone tucks under to bring you safely back to mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Reach up through sides of waist. Exhale, maintain length as you lift sit bones to bring you into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Maintain even pressure in the feet as you halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, or you can jump back to your plank. Good. Protract shoulder blades, lift the back of the head. Strongly draw yourself down to the mat. Inhale, floating cobra. Hands lift off the floor. Reach the elbows up as high as you can. Squeeze the elbows to one another. We're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Press the feet down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands land. Tuck the toes under. Reverse plank to your downward facing dog. Push the floor away with first finger and thumb. Find that traction to lift the back body, squeezing the heels down towards the floor. Can you feel as you push the mat away here that the underside of the arms, the armpits, feel lengthened? Inhale, look forwards, step the right leg forwards, runner's lunge. We're going to drop that back knee down. Options to take bricks here if it helps you, if the hamstrings are tight. And bring blocks underneath the hands here. We're going to let the front knee extend past the front ankle. Lift the ribs, untuck back toes, squeeze the back glutes. As you exhale, rock the weight back, lifting the ball of the front foot, drawing the toes towards you. Good. Inhale, rock forwards, fingertips on the floor or the blocks, ribs lift, glutes squeeze. Exhale, rock it back. Ball of the foot lifts. If that's too much, keep the ball of the foot down. Good. One last time, inhale, come forwards, knee past the ankle. Exhale. Keep those hips level as you rock it back. Good. As you come forwards this time, knee stacks over the ankle, left hand stays connected to the mat, right hand comes up on the outside of the leg, right hand finds the right shoulder, lift the ribs up, and then extend that arm to the ceiling, lifting up from the side of the waist. Good. As you exhale, bring that hand down. You're going to step the front knee to the back knee. So we're in a half plank position here, hands flat on the mat. Now draw the body back towards the heels. So can you see as I find that contraction to draw me all the way down? Good. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms flat on the floor. You're going to start with your right leg. You're going to bring your right leg out to the side so that the knee is in line with your hip. And then your shin and your foot are making 90-degree angles. So flexing through the front of the foot there. We're going to find cat-cow from here. So as you inhale, press the pelvis, the pubic bone into the floor. Draw back through the forearms to lift the ribs. As you exhale, push the mat away, tuck the chin to chest. Tuck the tailbone under, you'll feel the pelvis lift, top of right thigh lift. And then inhale, repeat. So as you breathe in, imagine you're drawing the hands back on a wrinkled rug. You're trying to draw out those creases. As you exhale, push that wrinkled rug away from you, chin to chest, tailbone under. Last time, inhale. And find your exhale. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. Look back at that right foot. Turn the sole of the foot until it's facing the ceiling. Good. Or as best you can. And then exhale, tap it down. You can look forwards. Inhale, it rises. Good, exhale, it taps. Any uncomfortable sensations through the low back, go less deep. Exhale, tap it down. Take that leg all the way back. Bring the hands into cobra. Inhale, gently lifting up, light hands. Exhale, tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Find traction in the front body to lift the back body. How does it feel to squeeze the shoulder blades, the base of the shoulder blades down to the hip bones? Inhale, look forwards. Step the left foot forwards. Runner's lunge. Can you lengthen the collarbones forwards? Be light on the back toes. Good. And then exhale, lower the back knee down. Untuck the toes. So you've got that option to take blocks underneath the hands here. And it's not cheating. It's actually just making the pose a little more accessible for you. I'm going to take them on this side. Let that front knee come past the toes. Back glutes squeeze to protect the lumbar spine as you reach up from low back through to collarbones, through to gaze. And then exhale, let that weight rock back. Keep the foot down or lift the ball of the foot. Being really clear that the hips aren't rolling out towards that right hand side. They're going to want to. Coming forwards, breathe in. Exhale. Last round here. Good, as you come forwards this time, front knee stacks over the ankle. You can keep your block down, right hand on the block, or take it away. Left hand grazes the thigh, the leg, the shoulder, and then the hand reaches all the way up. You take your gaze to where the neck feels good. Down, across, or all the way up. Good, last inhale. Exhale, sweep that arm down. We'll take the front knee to meet the back knee. Palms land. Might scoop the knees behind you a little bit more, coming into that half chaturanga, drawing yourself all the way down with control. Forearms stack onto the mat, elbows roughly underneath your shoulders. Opposite leg this time is going to come out towards the side. Knee in line with the hip, and then turn the shin bone until the back of the knee, the front of the ankle are making right angles. Flex the toes towards you. Finding our cat-cow here. So inhale, draw the mat towards you, lift from the pelvis, ribs and collarbones. Exhale, push the mat away from you, chin to chest, tailbone under, pelvis lifts. Moving with your breath. Make this next exhale your last. Bring the pelvis back to neutral. As you inhale, turn the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, tap it down to the floor. Okay, taking two more. When you've taken those 3 breaths, extend the leg behind you. Bring the hands into cobra position. This time floating the hands off of the mat, squeezing the elbows up to the ceiling and then in towards each other. Lift the ribs as high as you can. Press those feet down, holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands land down, toes tuck under. We're going back to downward facing dog. And let yourself settle into this familiar pose. Notice how the body is responding to your practice. Areas that are beginning to feel easier. Perhaps areas that are feeling fatigued. Inhale, I'd like you to raise your right leg up towards the ceiling, leading with the heel. Squeeze the left heel down to the floor. As you inhale, draw that knee in towards your nose, roll the shoulders over the wrists, and then any way you can, step that foot through, runner's lunge. Lowering the back knee to the mat, untucking the toes. So make sure that front knee's over the ankle as you inhale, reach up with the arms, tailbone tucks under. Exhale, twist to the bent knee, thumbs facing the ceiling. As you inhale, reach up, look forwards. And as you exhale, twist to the opposite side. Inhale, reach up, look forwards. Draw the hands down to shoulder height, interlace fingers and thumbs in front of you. Push the knuckles away from you, arching the upper spine, tucking chin to chest. Drive the tailbone under. We're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale here. As you inhale, tuck the back toes under. Come all the way up into your high lunge. Good. Back knee can be soft here so that you can lift the pelvis. Bring the hands to the hips. Turn your feet to the long edge of the mat. Heels in, toes out. Try and find and maintain neutral spine. So maybe you bring your hand to the pelvis, hand to the low back, and then as you come into your squat, you notice whether that curvature in the lumbar spine increases. And if it does, begin to tuck the tailbone under any amount to maintain that position. Inhale, raise the arms up. We're going to find that internal, external rotation here. So turning the arms in towards each other, rolling the hands out and away, and then coming the opposite way, armpits coming in towards each other, palms towards you. Let that movement come right from the inner armpits. Good. One more, either direction. Eyes are screaming loudly. You're doing really well. Good. Release the hands to the hips. Take a resting breath here. Okay, turn the feet so that they are parallel with the short edges of the mat, toes slightly pointing in. Reach the arms behind you and find your version of reverse prayer. So you might bring your hands to your elbows here. You might turn the fingertips up towards the nape of the neck. You might come to full reverse prayer. Wherever you are, as you fold and hinge forwards, try and lift the backs of the thighs. Even weight through the balls of the feet and the heels as you fold forwards as far as your body feels comfortable to go. Keep squeezing the elbows back towards each other here. Let the head release, and now bring awareness into the feet. Toes are soft, equal weight between base of big toe, little toe and the heels. Release the hands down. Walk your hands around to the front of your mat and pivot on your toes as you go. So you end up back in your runner's lunge. On your exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Contraction and work in the front body to lift the back body. Inhale, raise the left leg, leading with the heel, squeezing that right heel down to the floor. As you inhale, bring that knee in towards you, shoulders roll over the wrists. We're going to step through, runner's lunge, left leg forwards. Exhale, lower the back knee to the mat. Untuck toes. Use the in-breath to lift you up, reaching from the sides of the waist all the way through to the fingertips. Squeeze the back glutes. As you take your next exhale, let's twist to the bent knee, thumbs facing the ceiling. Options to look at over that back arm. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, twist the other way. Breathing in. Exhale, bring the hands down to shoulder height, interlace fingers and thumbs. As you send the knuckles away, tuck the chin to chest, strongly arching the upper back, driving the tailbone under to find that work in the hip flexors on the right side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms reach up. Good, tuck the back toes under, coming up into our high lunge. Good, take your time to set this up. So maybe bring the hands to the hips here, tuck the tailbone under, then lengthen the back heel away from you. Arms can then reach back up. We're going to turn our legs, feet to the long edge of the mat, hands to hips, heels in, toes out. If it worked for you to have the hand on the pelvis, the hand on the lumbar spine as you came into your squat to help you maintain the natural curvature of the spine, then go ahead. And then reach your hands out in front of you, palms facing up. Squeeze your elbows in towards your waist. Good, palms are facing up. You're going to externally rotate palms away from each other, keeping those elbows in, and then internally rotate them. Good, taking them out and in. Last time out and in. Good, come all the way up to stand. Take a moment for the legs to recover. Perhaps just rocking the hips. We'll bring those feet so that they are toes forwards. And we'll come back to our reverse prayer. So here you can see a little bit more clearly the options. Hands to elbows, palm on palm, fingertips facing the nape of the neck, or full reverse prayer. If you go for full reverse prayer, make sure the wrists feel good here. And if they don't, then I would come back a level. I'm going to come into that forward fold again here. I want you to imagine you're folding over a bar. As you fold, that weight is not shifting into the toes or the heels. It's staying even between base of big toe, little toe, and heels. Lifting up through the backs of the thighs to draw you into this wide leg forward fold further. Last inhale. As you exhale, release the hands down. Walk the hands around to the short edge of the mat. Pivot on the toes. Runner's lunge. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Squeeze the base of the shoulder blades down to the heels. Squeeze the heels down to the floor. Inhale, raise the right leg up. As you inhale, roll the weight forwards, knee coming towards you. Step it through, runner's lunge. Good. Perfect. We're going to inhale, come straight up to our high lunge. Doing the work here to lift the pelvis and then lengthen back, heel away from you. Exhale, taking a twist towards the bent knee. Inhale, rise up, look forwards. Exhale, that twist goes the opposite way. Inhale, reach up, look forwards. As you exhale, bring the hands down to shoulder height. Interlace fingers and thumbs, knuckles forwards, chin tucks under. Strongly drive the tailbone under. This one's going to get hot and fiery in that left quadricep as we breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2 straight legs. Woo. Exhale, warrior 2. Give yourself a moment to settle the breath down. Rib cage faces the long side of the mat. Notice whether restriction in the adductors on the front leg is pulling this front knee in. And if it is, just try and open through that inner thigh rather than just working on the kneecap. Bring the back hand to the hip. Front hand either coming down onto the forearm or blocks just out of reach. Bring your block inside the ankle here. This is going to feel actually really quite nice to use that prop. Bring the hand on top. Raise the top arm towards the ceiling. Good. Make a fist. And then we're going to come into shoulder rotations here. So trying to work through the whole of the arm in the same way that we did in 4-point and in our squat position. So we're trying to get that sense of the bicep moving, inner elbow moving, and the wrist moving. Opposite direction. Some creaks and crunches in my shoulder this morning. Okay, bring 2 hands down to the mat. Come back into your runner's lunge. When you're ready, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up, leading with the heel, squeeze right heel to the floor. Inhale, draw the knee towards you, roll forwards, shoulders over wrists, step through, and breathe. When you feel confident to do so, we're going to rise up into that high lunge. Reach up, soften the back knee to lift the pelvis, and then lengthen that back heel away. As you exhale next, twist towards the bent knee. So feel that you're lengthening the arms away right from the sternum. Breathe in, exhale, twist the opposite way. Exhale this time, hands in line with shoulders, interlace fingers and thumbs. Drive those knuckles forwards, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone under that, back knees nodding towards the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up, 2 straight legs. Exhale, warrior 2. Feel free to change the length in this stance if you need to. Turn those ribs to the long edge of the mat and then let the gaze follow the front hand. How does it feel to work a little bit more pressure into the back heel? Reach more through the back arm. Exhale, back hand comes to the back hip. Front hand either, or forearm rather, onto the front thigh, or bringing your block just inside front ankle, hand on top. Use the inhale to raise the top arm, making a fist. And then come into those shoulder rotations. So leading with the fist, seeing if you can rotate the head of the humerus, the arm bone in the shoulder socket, all the way into the palm of the hand. And if it helps you follow the gaze, watch what you're doing here. Try not to lose the breath. Next time the arm comes over, let the hand land. Our last runner's lunge, stepping back, downward facing dog. We're going to come through to seated, so any way you choose, I'm going to talk you through a little jump through. Bend the knees, so like we did at the start of the class where the thighs were almost in contact with the belly, in fact mine are. Then I want you to think about crossing your shins as you're in mid-air. So you're going to leap up, cross and come down. Good. Maybe there was a little crash as you came through there, but it's good to have a play. We're going to bring the legs out in front of us. Soles of the feet on the mat. Reach the fingertips forwards. We're going to come back to that articulation of the spine. So as we roll down here, I want you to try and find each vertebrae through the spine until you get to your scapulars. When you get to your scapulars, keep your chin tucked. You're going to roll all the way back up. When you get to the top, the chin, the gaze lift, and then you go again. 3 of these. Try and keep the soles of the feet planted, toes planted and relaxed. And if you can't quite make it all the way to the shoulder blades, it doesn't matter at all. Just go as far as you can maintain good form and a steady breath. Yeah, this one is going to be all the way to the floor. If there's a little splat at the bottom as you come down, it's okay. It's only me and you here, no one else will know. Bring the head down. Good. Walk the feet in towards you. Bring the knees up so that your knees are in line with your hips. Flex the feet towards you. Bring your hands down. You're going to tap your right foot down onto the floor. Lift it up. Tap your left. So you're maintaining that position in the leg and you're just alternating the tap. So you're maintaining that 90-degree angle in the back of the knee and the front of the foot. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you're going to go contralateral. So left heel down, right arm over, and then the right arm comes up overhead. Right foot down, left arm over. Good, arm comes up, foot comes up. Opposite sides. Up to 3 more either side. Try not to change that position in the foot, in the leg. Have the worst counting ever. Somehow I've already lost count. I'm going to make this my last. If you're counting, keep going. And then when you're ready, cross the ankles. Bring the knees wide. Hug them in towards the shoulders. And rock the hips side to side. Good. Go ahead and set the feet down. Wide on the mat, knees rolling into one another. Hands down by your side, palms facing up. Let the knees wander over to the left. And then both knees over to the right. So you're rolling onto the inside edge of one foot, outside edge of the opposite, as the knees roll down towards the mat. They might touch, they might not. Next time they come over to the left, pause here. Bring your arms up into cactus position. So elbows in line with shoulders, hands next to your ears. And then if you want to deepen this twist, take the left foot onto the right thigh bone. Draw the thigh bone down and away to access that twist, that opening. Breathe here. Release. Knees come up and over to the opposite side. Take a moment here. And then if you wish to deepen it, take the foot to the thigh bone, lengthen it down and away. Release. Bring the feet back onto the mat, knees rolling into one another, hands down onto the belly. Let the fingertips touch just over the navel. Breathe into the palms of the hands. Cross the arms over the waist. Breathe into the hands here at the sides of the body. Slide the hands in underneath the low back, palms down, fingertips touching. Breathe into the back body. Release the hands. We'll close out our practice with 3 of those conscious 360-degree breaths. In this space between resting and waking, tune in to only good feelings and good feeling thoughts. Bring movements to fingers and toes. Draw one knee in towards you, wrap and squeeze, followed by the other. Take any movements here that feel good and come up to seated to close out our practice. Keeping the eyes closed down for a moment longer. Inhale, raise the arms up. Take the right wrist with the left finger and thumb. Draw that arm up towards the ceiling and then take a side bend to the opposite side. Release. Come through the opposite way. Release. And bring the hands down to the chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. Have an amazing rest of your day.